Hi guys, it's Cyndi, aka Disney Queen. Recently I did a favorites video, and one of the things that was included in my favorites, I talked about it so long, I figured it needed a video of its own. So I'm going to insert the footage from that video, and I hope that you enjoy my review of my Letsfit watch. So stay tuned. So the first thing I'm going to start with is actually a watch. You guys know I am a bargain shopper, but I don't like to just bargain shop for the good of bargain shopping. Like my husband is, hey, it was on sale. That's the way he works. I don't necessarily buy something because it's on sale. I will buy something because I have a need for it or I have a want for it, but I also like to get it at a discounted price. So I actually own an iPhone, but my girls all have the Apple Watches, and I just could not pull the trigger on something that expensive because I keep my phone with me all the time, and so it wasn't an inconvenience to me to have my phone be my main way of communicating. I text people. Every once in a while I might talk on the phone to like my mom and my best friend, but I didn't have a need to, I didn't personally see a need for having an Apple Watch. It's expensive, guys. It really is. But I did like some of the features of having an Apple Watch. One of the things I really liked was the fact that you could get notifications like emails, text messages. I liked the health segment of it, of being able to count your steps, being able to check your heart rate. I don't know if the Apple Watch does this, but I do know one of the things that I was looking for was a way to check your oxygen levels, especially in the midst of everything we've had going on. And one of the things that we found when my husband was getting at home care was the nurses were having a hard time getting his oxygen levels. They would put the little thing on his finger and it just would not work. And so because he had been in and out of the hospital, and because he had been in a rehab facility for a period of time, it was one of those things where you kind of hope, he doesn't come home with anything, but you just wanted to be on top of stuff. So I started researching, looking at getting maybe a Fitbit or something similar to a health watch. And again, Fitbit was nice. I actually have one of the older versions. There were features that I was looking for that I could not find without spending between $150 to $250 to $350. And honestly, I just didn't have it. So while doing some research, I found out about a watch called Letsfit. And I read some reviews, but to be honest, the price just seemed too good to be true. It just didn't seem like, okay, this is not really going to work as well as what they're saying. It had really good reviews. It's not the easiest watch to find. I actually got mine on Amazon. But I do know that sometimes you can catch it on Target's website and you can catch it on Walmart's website. The one complaint I would say I have is that their actual website is very hard to maneuver. At least it is for me, and I got frustrated. But long story short, I liked what I was seeing as far as reviews were concerned. I even looked at a couple of YouTube reviews, and it got a pretty good grade. What it basically does is This is my, well, you were going to see it upside down, but this is my watch. It kind of looks like an Apple Watch. It is a little bit smaller. The knob is in the center rather than up at the top like an Apple Watch. One of the things I'm looking for now is a different strap, because the silicone strap tends to sweat for me, and I even broke out a little bit from it. And I know that can happen with the Apple Watch as well, because my daughter has had it happen to her. So it gives me my time. It gives you a couple of faces. Let me see. Let me just go ahead and take it off. I feel like this really should have had its own video, but I wanted to include it in my favorites. This is the time, the FaceTime on it. You just hit that and that comes up. It does have a different one that you can choose, like a more traditional clock watch. The only thing I gave up was I couldn't have a Mickey on the front of mine. One of the other things it does, you slide it to the side. It has a training app feature. It has a heart rate feature, blood, oxygen, breathing app, a timer, a stopwatch, and an alarm. And then it has alarm. It has a settings feature, music control, so you can stop your music or start your music back up. And what else does it have? And of course, it tells you how many steps you take in a day. I'm still working on that. One of the other features is it does give you your text messages. It does let you know that you are receiving a phone call. And I will be honest with you, this is one part of the watch that has really come in handy for me, because I will put my watch down and go walk off to do something in the kitchen, or Marcus might call me and I need to check on him. And there have been a couple of times where I almost missed phone calls because I couldn't hear my phone, but my watch beeped and I was able to say, oh, let me go check my phone. Like I said, it does give you text messages as well. You cannot talk to your watch. You cannot respond to text messages. And let's see, there's one other thing I think you cannot do. That's the two that I can think of that I know that an Apple Watch does. But to be honest, that really doesn't matter to me as much, because like I said, most of the time my phone is with me. I do like the fact that it alerts me that I had an email or a text message, or that someone is calling me. There have even been times where someone is called and I know I cannot talk to them right now, and I can hit the little button on the side and it will stop the call and make it go to voicemail. So I do like that about it. But what I really liked about this, other than the fact that yes, it checks my steps each day. Oh, and it lets me know how many, if I wear it at night, it will tell me how many hours of sleep that I have gotten, which was another thing that I was looking for. But mostly I was looking for the health features of it and the ability to know that I had gotten messages. I did not need for it to talk to me, for me to be able to talk on it or return a text message. That just wasn't as important to me. But what really sold me on it was the fact that it was under $40 and it got great reviews. My battery can last up to 3 days, and I know that some people, it might have been earlier versions of the Apple Watch, but I know that was one of the complaints about Apple Watch and Fitbit watches was how long your battery lasts. I can charge this. It has a little section on the back where you put in the charger, and Doesn't take that long to charge up. And again, this right now it's probably been off the charger for 3 days. Oh, it even has night modes where you can turn it off where it doesn't flip and turn on if you wear it at night. It will go into night mode. You can adjust the brightness of it so that it's not glaring in the middle of the night. It has a lot of features for a watch that is a fitness watch that is only $40. I think I paid $39.95 for it. You know, the more and more I think about this, the more and more I think maybe this will be a separate video. I will say it's part of my favorites. But if you want to know more about how it has worked for me, that will be in a separate video. So this is called Letsfit. Like I said, I got it off of Amazon. You can get it from Target and Walmart. It's not always online. Sometimes I've gone up there and not been able to find it because I actually want to get one for my husband. That is how much I've liked it. I have had it now for probably about 4 months, and I'm very glad that I got it. I don't have very many complaints about it. And if you go and look at reviews on it, you will find that a lot of people are really surprised that for this price point that it does what it does. It's also waterproof. I will leave a link to, if I can find a link, to the where you can find the watch, and so that you can look at reviews, because that has become really important to me, is to really pay attention to reviews before I spend money on something. And I will be honest with you, I was skeptical. I wasn't sure if this was going to be something that would work for me, but I love it. I cannot complain. I would say, as far as things that I don't like about it, the only thing I can really think of is it has been hard to find a replaceable strap. I can find silicone straps. I just have not been able. I would like to have a metal strap. So mine is like a pale pink. It's got a rose gold face cover. Like I said, it does have a couple of features of how you can make your clock face look, but I ended up just using a basic one that I could read easily without any issues. It does show my steps up here. It does, you cannot, although I've thought about trying it, I really wanted to like put like little decorations on it, but as you can see, the holes are not round, and so I'm not sure that that would work with most of the Disney little things that you can put on, like in, say, an Apple Watch. I haven't been able to find like where you could use like a Mickey face on top of it. It has very few scratches. I have dropped it a couple of times. It has very few scratches. It does have a little wear on one of the sides, but it has not progressed anymore. I think I just scratched it one day. It's very comfortable to wear. I have very few complaints about this watch, and I love the fact that I only spent $39.95 on it. I think the price, some of the prices, depending on where you get it, can go up to $50, but that is the extent of it. And for what it does, and for the battery life on it, I just can't complain about it. That's just me personally. So when I started out, I wasn't going to do this as a separate review, but I have to say I would recommend this to someone who is not looking for any, like, who's looking for a simple fitness watch that will do what you need it to do without a whole lot of bells and whistles. I happen to think it has a lot of bells and whistles considering the cost. Like I said, the only thing it doesn't do is you can't talk into it, and you can't turn text messages on it. And Honestly, I've seen people texting on their watch, and I'm like, yeah, that's okay. Y'all can have that. I'll just pick up the phone and text with my phone. So that is my Letsfit watch. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And if you'd like to know when the next video will come out, all you have to do is hit that little notification bell below. So until I see you the next time, have a blessed day, guys. Bye.